Alright, quick video. We got CZ and a West German SIG. So, CZ sp01 Phantom that I said I wasn't going to modify, but I couldn't help myself. So I modified it. And then we have a West German SIG here. Let me see. It says so right there. West Germany. West German markings. Pretty sweet gun. Blued hammer, folded sheet metal slide. You can tell by looking at it right there. You can see the breech. And then you got a blued hammer, not spurred. I put orange on the front just so you can pick it up faster. Both guns are clear. Point it safe direction. Bang. Okay. You got 7 to 8 round capacity. Comes standard 7 round magazines. Right here. These are SIG mags, made by Metgar, I believe. There's your proof mark. 45 auto. Then you have 8 round magazines. SIG P220, no proof mark, made in Italy. Who makes magazines out of Italy? Metgar. So anyway, hoe grip, just because they didn't want to break the plastic ones. This is probably a 92 model, I had to guess. You get a serrated trigger. Say about 7-8 pound double action. Single action is very light. I mean, I barely move my finger. A little bit of take up. You're at the wall. Break. I'd say about a 3.5. I mean, it's really crisp, really light. Cocker function like standard SIG. No serrations. Things like that. I polished the barrel because most of the finish came off on it anyway. So just some Mother's mag, Luma mag polish, and Dremel, and start working. And works pretty good. Let's see what else. I'll show you the reset. Reset. Click, kind of out there. A little bit of take up, breaks again. But it is a very nice trigger for SIG out of the box because it's not like the new ones. The new ones are extremely heavy. Great piece of history here. You have to really baby the slide, make sure it's oiled or greased. It will rust, especially in the slide serration area, so just make sure you take care of it. Take it out in a humid environment like today. Just make sure you wipe it down before you store it up away. Anyway, so, and then we have the CZ sp01 Phantom polymer that I said I wasn't going to manipulate or do anything to, but I changed my mind just because I couldn't help myself. Race hammer, stippled the grip. I sanded down the panel, left a little slight ledge here for my thumb, grooved in just a hair right here for the magazine release. 11.5 pound hammer spring, extended firing pin, etc. This trigger is awesome. It's sitting at about, I'd say probably close to 5, and full double action, decocked, probably 4.5. I mean, it's really light. Yeah, 4.5, and then you're probably at about 2 pounds here. So there's your take up on the single action. Reset is very tiny. See if I can pick it up. I haven't changed the disconnector in this yet. So that was your take up, or this is your take up right there. I'm ready at the wall. Break. And you achieve that by taking out the firing pin block. Anyway, if I change out the disconnector, when it clicks, it won't go forward like that. So there's your wall. It's just such a pain in the butt to pull those hammered pins out. But I have some on order. I'm going to put some in so that way when you let go of the trigger here, it stays there. But all in all, it's still a super sweet shooting gun. I ride that reset anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. It's just going to keep me from bringing my finger too far forward. Accuracy between both these guns is awesome. CZ inherently to me feels more accurate just because the slide is all of about a ½ inch inside the frame versus this 1 1/8 thickness here, and your hand rides way down here, your hand rides higher here, so the distance is all of about 3/4 of an inch. You have 3/4 of an inch, but then you're adding this giant mass above there, so that's why most SIGs kick more. This one's a 45, this one's a 9, but either way, if you were to put them in a vise, I'm sure that both of them would put, you know, the bullets in the same holes. I can see that when I shoot them at, you know, 10 yards or more, or even less, you can pretty much put them in the same hole. Bigger hole, smaller hole, way more rounds. You get 8 round capacity up to 10. These are 17, 18 round magazines with the Metcars, so you can get the 20 rounders or the 18 plus 1, 19 round magazines, etc. You can change base plates on them, you can do all kinds of stuff. I was originally just doing a video on this, but it's pretty boring. You have slide serrations on the trigger. See if I can pick them up. Not really, not too well. There they are. Feels fine in the hand, but there's your grip with my hand as far up as I can get it. Controls are right there, magazine's right there. Can't really reach the magazine without breaking my grip, but that's what I mean about borax. Is see that my hand's down here, you got all the slide mass up there, and then on the CZ, I mean, it's right there. So inherently these are more accurate to me because you're right back on target much faster. Fast acquisition is important. So I stippled it, ground down the grips, did tree trunk. Started to do the lava rock. It didn't look right on the gun, so I changed mine and did the tree trunk, which actually feels very good. It's very smooth, but it doesn't slide around your hand. You gotta watch sanding on the CZs because polymer isn't designed to do this anyway, so if you're sanding, you can actually take too much off and actually squeeze this grip and the magazine won't come out. So you have to be very careful when you do that. This one works fine. Just kind of flew out. I just barely pushed the button too. I did a little bevel sweep just barely underneath the tree trunk right here for the magazine release. I left a little shelf here on both sides where your grip would normally be, just so I can get my thumb on there. This is exactly the weight, or a little less now, since I did all the grinding. And I blended in the back strap. You can barely see a little bit of it there, I think. Not really, because that's the grip and the back strap's back here. So I left the original back strap in and just kind of blended it right in. That's where the grip panel used to be that they did, so I left it. It's beveled on the bottom here to keep it in your hand forcing up, so I left it. The grip's much smaller now. This one I haven't changed the sights out. There's your orange dot again. Like I said, it's much easier to see an orange dot than a white dot. I blacked out the rear, which I could have just flipped the sight over, but you can clean it right out, no big deal. I think these come with the phosphorus sights, but I'm not going to shine a light at it and try to find it. I have a big light right here. They come with an extended magazine release and extended shelf cut right there on your slide lock. You just push down, flies home. It's very intuitive. Let's see. These are both basically the same era guns. 220 came out before the 226. Early 80s, 75 series. It's probably Cold War enemies right here, but not really. Trying to think if there's anything else on either of these. Like I said, if you can find a West German SIG, go ahead and pick some up. They're about the cost of a real one, a normal brand new one now. So they're about $700. I think I picked this one up $500. They were like $300 and something in the 90s. But yeah, if you can find some, go ahead and pick them up, throw them in a safe for 20 years, and they'll be worth something. Trying to think. The double action on this one's been modified. They were about the same. I'd say the CZ was worse out of the box than this, than the West German 220. The West German triggers are better than the new triggers, hands down. Let's see, now that I did all the modifications here, which you can do here, you can do action job, smooth out everything, polish everything, change springs out, and you can have very comparable triggers, short reset trigger, but it's a West German, so I kind of want to leave it stock, other than I put these grips on, so when I go shoot it, I have other screws that are with the original grips, with the original screws that aren't marred up. The sight picture's pretty cool. I can clean the paint off with you know, Q-tip, so it's not a big deal. I have a 226. I'll probably do a review on that one too. And compare them side by side with the new SIG and the old SIGs. But I just wanted to, I was out here in the rain, just thought I'd do both. Plus do an update video on the one I said I wasn't going to modify. Absolutely love modifying handguns and guns. It's just fun to me, something to tinker around with. I'll do a video probably on an SBR today as well. So just look for future videos. There's the lanyard loop, makes spring manipulation much easier. Since I don't have to pull the grip panels, there's the pin. That pin holds your sear and everything in, hammer, etc., trigger. Trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. Both are awesome guns. I'm just, like I said, more biased towards CZ than I am SIG. But very comparable. Both these guns, in my opinion, are probably better than Glock. I know, sacrilege. Just because I like the heavier frame on here. This one's put way more time into building it. Glocks are good all around, not good at anything gun. Most people get them and have to modify them, change disconnectors out anyway, just kind of like I do with the CZ. This one I get a hammer, the 17 doesn't have a hammer, striker fired, etc. But as far as old world technology, these two are way up there. Trying to think if there's anything. Nope. So that about wraps it up. So West German P220, CZ Phantom modified. So that about does it. See you.